Hello, all. Welcome to Autobot YouTube channel. So today we are going to learn about UiPath AI Computer Vision. So in this video, we are going to configure the API in our UiPath Studio for getting the computer vision activities, and we'll see how to get the computer vision activities in the UiPath Studio, and we will create a sample workflow using the UiPath computer vision activities. Okay, so before going to the UiPath AI computer vision workflow creation, let us understand what is a AI computer vision. So what is UiPath AI computer vision? So AI computer vision enables all UiPath robots to see every element of an interface. You can easily build a vision-based automation that will run on most virtual desktop interface environments regardless of framework or operating system. So as we all know, if you are trying to automate any of the application, the locators of the application is very much needed with any of these automation tools. So UiPath is also working on the same method, like it will collect the locators of the particular application and it will try to identify the locator on the application to simulate the action, right? But if you're going for any of these VDI environment, this tool cannot identify any of the locators because this VDIs are just providing the image of the operating system. We are not working on the exact operating system, but we are just seeing the image of one of the system that is residing in another location, right? So we cannot find the exact locators of that particular device. Okay, so in order to automate that VDIs, what we used to do was we were doing image-based automation, right? But there were so many limitations for doing the image-based automation and using the keystrokes. So as this VDI automation was a very much challenging thing in RPA, UiPath has implemented the AI computer vision. So using AI computer vision, UiPath robots able to see each and every element of the application, and uh, even though if it is any of the operating system, it can identify the element based on an anchor base. So UiPath robots human-like vision is powered by a neural network with a combination of custom screen OCR, test matching, and multi-anchoring system. So this computer vision is built up of a neural network technology and the OCR, so it can directly find out what are the elements that is present in the particular screen. So it is not based on the locators, but this neural network will identify each and every parameters inside the screen, and it will match that particular field to some anchor. Okay, so that's how AI computer vision is working. Why VDA automation need AI computer vision? So RPA depends on robots' ability to see selectors on a web page or computer interface, but a virtual desktop interface doesn't present a traditional user interface. Instead, it streams an image of a remote desktop. So we already talked about it. So VDAs are just providing only the image of a remote desktop. So it's very much difficult for a robot to identify the selectors on that particular application. So that's why for the VDI automation, UiPath has introduced this AI computer vision. VDIs make it virtually impossible for robots to easily or accurately recognize, much less interact with the selectors they need to use. Yes, so VDIs, because of VDIs, these robots cannot identify the respective selectors to do the automation, right? So it is very much difficult for a robot to use the normal activities to do the automation in the VDI. But with AI computer vision, robots can see the elements they need even though a VDI. So even though if you are going to automate a application, if it is in a VDI, okay, so at that stage we can use the AI computer vision because as I mentioned earlier, it is using a neural technology, and it will identify each and every element in the screen, and it will get tagged to an anchor. So it using the multi-anchoring technology. So even though we are seeing the image of the particular remote desktop, we can capture all the elements inside the screen, and it will help to do the automation using the CV activities. So that's all. So let's see how we can configure this computer vision in our system. Okay, let me go to my studio. Okay, so here what you have to do is yeah, so inside the activities, if you search for CV, if you have installed the computer vision, you will able to see this package, computer vision, and you can see all these activities like a CV check, CV click, CV drop down, CV element exist. So all these are activities that is providing by the UiPath for working on the computer vision. Okay, so total 11 activities are available. So in case if this particular package is not installed in your system, go to manage package. Okay, you have to go to all package, just search for UI automation. Okay, so it will give you this particular package, UiPath.UI automation.activities. So just click on this and click on save. Okay, so that's how you can get this package in your studio. So in my system, already this computer vision package is installed. So let me show you how you can use this particular package. So as I mentioned earlier, all these CV activities are working based on a multi-anchoring technology, right? So this is not same as our normal click. Okay, so let me search for the click. So we can see a normal click is there for automated application, and CV click is available for doing the computer vision, right? So how this CV click is different from the normal click? So let me show you that. Okay, so all these actions like CV check, CV click, CV drop down, all these actions will work inside a container. Okay, so this container is nothing but CV screen scope. Okay, so a container that enables computer vision on a window or element also acts as a refresh mechanism. So how it will work is like, suppose if I want to automate a particular screen of the remote desktop, I have to use this CV screen. Okay, so let me drag and drop this activity. Okay, and I need to indicate the screen, like on which VDI or on which screen I need to do the actions. Okay, so I need to indicate on screen. Okay, then we have to give the API key and URL for the particular computer vision. Okay, for getting this API key, what you have to do is go to your orchestrator, go to admin, go to license. Okay, go to robot and services. Okay, so here we can see a computer vision, and currently there is no API key generated for my system, right? So what I need to do is just click on this refresh button, that is generate new key. Generating a new key will disable the current one. Are you sure you would like to proceed? Generate. Okay, so now you can see a new API key got generated. So just copy this, then go to studio. So inside the CV screen scope, just go to this, inside double quotes, just paste that API key. Okay, so here what you have to do, this URL is nothing but inside double quotes, https cv.uipath.com. Okay, click on OK. And if you are going for on-premise system, you have to give the URL of that server. Okay, but here I am going for the UiPath cloud version, so I have given cv.uipath.com. So the configuration part is done. Okay, so before going to computer vision, let me show you how our normal activities are working. Okay, so for that, what I'm going to do is I opened this cloud.uipath sign up form. Okay, so here I need to type the organization name, first name, last name, and the country selection, or till this three details I need to enter. So we'll see how we can do that with the normal activities. For that, we need to use application, indicate. Okay, okay, then I need to type, right? I'm going to use a type into, so this will act as the container. Okay, then I need to type. So where I need to type here, right? So here you can see, if you're going for the normal UiPath activities, it is identifying these elements, right? So I'm just clicking on this organization name. Okay, and click on confirm. So here you can see the type into action has identified the particular this organization name tab, and here we need to enter some details. Okay, so just name it like a test or something. Okay, so here what we need to see is, like, if we go to this target, okay, here you can see the selector got created. Okay, the selected got created because for this particular element, sorry, for this particular action, we are trying to do the automation directly on a web application which I opened in this particular machine, right? So it is able to identify the locator for the particular application, right? Let's see what is happening if you're going for a image based automation or for the VDI automation. Okay, so as of now, for the easiness, what I'm going to do is, instead of a VDI, I'm going to take a screenshot of this particular form, and we'll see how we can highlight all these particular details using the CV activity. Okay, so most of you may not be having the VDA access. So in order to test how this computer vision is working, what you can do is just take a screenshot of this particular form, and try to use the activities like whether a CV click or CV highlight activity to understand how the CV scope is working. Okay, so what I'm going to do is, let me take a screenshot of this. Okay, I'm going to paint. Let me paste it out here. Okay, so now this is an image, right? Then what will happen if I try to use the same kind of method? Okay, like I'm going to use application. Okay, instead of a browser, I'm going to indicate on this paint. Okay, I'm going to use okay, click activity. Let it be click. So I'm trying to indicate on this particular organization name. Okay, but here the problem is, it is not detecting this tab, right? Organization name is not recognizing, and it is automatically selecting the entire screen. Okay, as it is an image, it cannot capture any of the selector, so it is taking the entire screen as a selector. Okay, so this is how our normal activities will work. So it is totally based on the selectors. So this approach we cannot use here. That's why UiPath has implemented the computer vision, because for VDA also we will be getting a similar kind of image, right? Some system is there in some different location, and we are just trying to access that location. So we are getting only the image of that particular screen. So we cannot directly get all the selectors. So what we can do is, I'm just going to delete this, and we'll see how we can use computer vision here. So I'm just going to indicate this particular screen. Okay, so once I did that, it is detecting screen elements and labels. Okay, so using the neural logic, it is trying to identify all the labels and the elements. Okay, so here you can see it has selected most of the labels and the tabs inside that. Okay, so this is how our neural network will work. And here you can see UiPath has uses the UiPath screen OCR. So suppose if you want to change this OCR, what you can do is go to OCR, okay, and drag and drop the particular OCR that you want. Okay, so you can try with any of this OCR like UiPath screen OCR. If it is not giving you the correct output, just change this and use some other one. Okay, so as per my understanding, Tesseract will give more accurate result. So in case if UiPath screen OCR is not working, just try with Tesseract, and if that is also not working, just try with a Microsoft or a Google OCRs. Okay, so what I'm going to do is, let me go to CV, and let me check which activity we can use here. Okay, CV check is there. Okay, so let me use a CV highlight, and when I go to this particular screen or the paint, I can see the particular organization name is getting selected, right? But this is not happening with our normal activities. Normal UiPath activity, the particular identification is not happening. But if I go with the computer vision, it is identifying each and every element inside the image, right? So here I'm just giving this as the field, and here you can see it has already selected an anchor for that is already selected for this particular locator. So that's how CV is working. So let me try to execute this. Okay, so now you can see it got highlighted. So it means our configuration is working fine, and it successfully identify the element in paint. Okay, so this is how you can work. Suppose if you want to fill this form in a VDI, if you have opened, you can use the CV type into, and it will type the organization name into this organization name if you are opening this particular form in a VDA. Okay, so this is how it is working, and let me show you CV text. Okay, so what is the method that you want to use? So OCR method, or select all test, or select test row. So I'm going to use OCR. Let me, okay, so if I hover on top of any of the element here, you can see it is directly identifying an anchor for the particular element, right? So let me use this anchor name. Okay, so I need to get the result, right? So I'm going to create a new variable, output. Okay, and I'm just going to print it in the message box. So let me try to execute. So it will highlight the organization name tab. Then it will select the organization name using the get test. Okay, so here you can see organization name got appeared in the message box. So this is how you can use the UiPath CV activities, and this way you have to get the API key and you need to configure the URL for the cv.uipath.com. So just now I have shown you like how you can try out the CV activities if you don't have the access to any of the remote desktop. So let me clear all these things. Okay, and 1 minute. Okay, let me delete only this one. CV highlight. Okay, or let me do one thing. Let me disable this container. Okay, now what I did is I opened the particular UiPath free trial form in a VDI. Okay, in a remote desktop I have opened this, and let me show you how our normal activities and how our computer vision is different from the normal activities. So I'm going to use application. Okay, I'm going to indicate this particular screen. So it is showing a message like cannot automate remote app UI path remote runtime.exe is not running in the remote session. Okay, so it is telling like okay, this particular application is not running in the machine and it's a VDI. So it cannot identify all the elements in the screen. Okay, but we clicked on continue. So let me show you whether we are able to use the type into activity. Okay, so this is a normal type into activity. So just try to indicate on the VDI. What is happening? It is selecting the entire screen, right? We are not able to identify each element inside the remote desktop. So it is working same like the image. It is working. So here, if you want to proceed again, the another option is like image selection mode is so it will not be based on the selector. It will do the selection of the particular field using the image. Okay, so it will again go for the image based automation. So this is one challenge with our normal activity. Okay, so let me show you how this can be resolved using our computer vision. So we already disabled this activity, right? So let me enable that. Let me indicate on screen. Okay, I'm going to indicate on okay, so it has tagged all the elements of that remote desktop. Then here you can see we can add more number of screens also. Okay, so like suppose if the screen is getting changed, you can capture multiple screens also. It will help to stabilize your automation. So instead of okay, let me delete so I'm going to use a CV type into. Let me drag and drop this, indicate on screen. I need to type here, right? So here you can see using CV type into, it is identifying the first name tab. So let me click on this and let me give it like a auto. Let me use the CV type into again. Let me indicate on the last name. Okay, so just name it like a bot. And let me run and show you how it is working. So our execution is started. It will type auto. Yes, it typed. Then last name as bot. Okay, so this is how you need to automate the VDI kind of automations. So if you want to do any automations for your VDI, just proceed with computer vision. So it will give you the accurate result. Okay, so hope this video is useful. So this is not limited to not only for VDI. If you want to do automations for PDF and all, you can use this computer vision. So just try this out. Just try to configure this API key from your orchestrator to your studio, and just try to do some automation. If you don't have a VDI, just take a screenshot of the form and try to identify the element using the CV, and that's how you can try out with the CV activities. So thanks for watching the video. We'll see you soon with another video. Bye.